Hello, ladies and gentlemen, you're here for another episode of Humble. So, let's talk about what I hope women will understand about men. Because all men are the same. Every single man ever is the same. There is absolutely no variation between male personality whatsoever. I think that men tend to be better at idealizing something and chasing after it. I think Jordan Peterson said this in one of his lectures, is that most men picture the ideal as female beauty. And there's something to that, I think. When I idealize something in particular, I really want to feel like I'm in the realm of that ideal, like I'm pursuing it, like I see evidence that I am making progress towards the goal. Like I made a really good drawing and now I'm one step closer to becoming the ideal artist I've always wanted to become, or I wrote a good song lyric and my lyricism now compared to my lyricism then shows some sort of progression that makes me feel like I'm on the right track. And I think that also sort of applies to relationships. Now, for the men in this audience who are fortunate enough to have had a girlfriend in the past, they might be able to relate to me when I say that you can idealize your love with a woman such that it almost becomes unconditional. And this is something I don't know if women understand about men. And let's just say that, a woman, in most cases, pre-red pill, pre-reading about hypergamy and female nature, true or not, whatever the dating advice says, whatever your intuition, we're talking about intuition. And my intuition is like, if I love a girl and I care about her and I want a future with her, that love becomes nearly unconditional. Like it's like an unbreakable bond between me and her, and I can idealize this person to a degree that no matter what behavior she manifests, I will stay in a couple with her because I love her, because I think that she's the cream of the crop, pretty girl, whatever you want to call it. I don't think women understand this quite to the same degree that men do, especially now because of online dating applications. Maybe before it was a little different because the access women had to, attractive men was lower, but I don't think that all women are as mindlessly programmed by their hypergamy as a lot of people say. And that's because I actually have experience dating women. Like I've had multiple girlfriends in my life and I have fucked up. I've been a bad boyfriend, but in my experiences, I could definitely attest to some of, my own anecdotal evidence against the things maybe the incel crowd might say about women. And I think women in a relationship, it's posited that they want their guy to be the absolute best man possible. And that hypergamy tends to kick in when a guy is not ideal enough for her and she begins to think, maybe there's another guy out there who's better and more suited to her sexual tastes. And this might be true, but I don't think this is an active mindset that women are stuck in. Like they're not constantly assessing their guy to be absolutely perfect. They start feeling that way once the satisfaction kicks in one time, and then maybe the relationship is over or something has to be done for her to be impressed to stay with the guy. So I feel like female love in that sense is more likely to be conditional, if unconditional love is a metric that we can use, assuming that it exists. And thus, I think after I read more about the red pill and the black pill, it gave me a certain anxiety about, the feelings my girlfriend had towards me. But it's not as, I guess it's not as profound as it probably was about like a year ago. But the point here is, do women actually think this way? Do women understand that that men really want that ideal love, that they just want something, they want like a woman who's around, who will support him, and the two of them can go through the hells of life with him without too much BS in between. Is this possible? I'm pretty sure it is. And then this is sort of this is like I know I'm making another ADHD kind of video because I wanted this to be things I don't think women understand about men. But just if I could throw a little bit of my own experiences here, when you watch red pill content and they talk about Chad and all the really good-looking guys who basically get all the bitches, I think that they are wrong in the sense that there are genuinely high quality women with great personalities who can see through the hedonistic tendencies that their friends might engage in, might indulge in, and want a good guy. And once she finds that good guy, it's not necessarily unconditional love, but the quality of that relationship, because she has a good personality, because she has good values, because you properly vetted her, the quality of that relationship is going to be much better than if you were to date, 80% of other girls. And this goes both ways. I think that there's also work for guys to do as well. I think where I'll be careful about that is currently in the West, I genuinely believe that men are disadvantaged in the dating game because of the way the internet works, and how dating on the internet is almost all visual and very little personality, or at least at first. Because normally in real life, if a guy wants to get his foot in the door for a girl, he has to show what he's all about, his personality, his humor, his wit, the James Bond side of him, if he has that, or the Mr. Bean side of what. I know this is a little bit of a unfocused rant, but that idealism that men have is hard to describe. And if you are a woman watching this video and you have a boyfriend and you've been, questioning whether or not he's right for you, if there's anything I could say to potentially help you out from the, bottom of my heart, from the core of my heart, it's that unless he's a sociopath or a psychopath, and I hope that he's not, because the statistics I think it's pretty unlikely, I would hope. But if he's a normal dude and he loves you, and you go up to him and you tell him that you love him, that he's handsome, that you enjoy what he's doing, or just give him some kind of praise, that sticks with him quite a bit. And maybe it can, I think that people should be their own mental point of origin, but a good girlfriend or a good boyfriend is a great thing to have. And, there's no doubt that, if your boyfriend is red pill, or if he's using some of this dating advice so as not to be too needy, deep down in his heart, I guarantee you that he's feeling a lot of love, man. And he's got all of this that he wants to share, but maybe he's afraid to. And maybe you can bring a little bit of that idealism out of him by, envisioning a proper future together. Hopefully, you are in a relationship where the two of you are pushing one another to do great things, and that you're a team. Don't be afraid to say I love you. Don't be afraid to, envision a future. And maybe your boyfriend has flaws, or maybe he gets insecure, or he's not always a unemotional masculine statue. But I'm sure that he wants to be that ideal for you if you've chosen somebody who you feel is good for you. And just, if he's upset, I recommend saying a nice thing. I always like this when my girlfriend does this. It's like I'm having a really hard day, and I'm trying not to show it. I have to be strong. I have to be stoic, no complaining. But she feels that. She feels it from me. She knows that I'm struggling with my own demons, that I'm stressed out about where I'm going, maybe that I'm not reaching the ideal level of quality in my projects. And she'll just be like, I love you. Or, Tristan, you are amazing. You're a great boyfriend, and I appreciate all that you do for me, and being together with you is a really special thing. And that really warms a guy's heart in a way that I don't think is really easy to explain. Like that'll make any man's day. Trust me. I also think that this is good advice for dudes. I just don't think dudes will struggle with this as much, because knowing me, if I were able to, I would be like, I love you, you're great for me, and I'm excited for this future together. You know, I'm trying to be a badass myself and follow my dreams, but the fact that you're there is something for which I will forever be grateful, and la 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 la, the whole 9 yards. And I probably would get pretty needy, and I feel like that's like my inner romantic that I don't want to be embarrassed about. It just comes really easy to me, you know. I have my problems though. I just wish this is something that I wanted in a partner for a very long time, and now that I've actually experienced this in like a healthy relationship, I think that just something I wanted to mention. I hope that you guys enjoyed this today. Not really factual, very feeling based, opinionated topic, but there you have it. This is Tantra's Humble, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you for staying this long. I'll see you later, and cheers, folks. Bye bye.